Hello, welcome to Real Perspective. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Blue Angels. It's a documentary. We've got Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, and we've got Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Wow.
So those are the three that we'll be talking about today.
Okay. All righty. Okay, so we're going to do Blue Angels first, did you say?
Blue Angels are first.
Okay. Now, tell us, is this a regular film or is it?
It's a documentary.
Documentary
about the Blue Angels,
okay.
the flying aces that go around and do shows.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. What we're going to do is we're going to show you the trailer and we'll be right back.
First time you take off, you gotta push the I believe button.
I fell in love with aviation at 4 years old. My dad took me to an air show, and I got to watch the Blue Angels fly for the very first time. This year, we're bringing 5 new people into this team.
Something I never thought was actually gonna happen.
It's 1 in a million.
We only have 3 months to get to a point where we can take it on the road.
It can be frustrating at times. The challenge is to get the newbies up to speed, and that can be scary. When you're flying 12 inches apart, everybody's lives are in each other's hands.
It's an eye-opener for how inherently dangerous this job is.
Ready, roll, hat.
Every once in a while, the jets just kind of freeze, and the world around you seems to spin.
To make 6 jets fly as one, that's the Blue Angel magic. I just pinched myself. We get a chance to be part of it.
With all these things. Okay, well, good. Hey. Okay.
I'm telling you, this is primo. This is awesome. It's a documentary. Okay. Now, first of all, for you guys out there, it is rated G. So, I mean, it is fantastic to take the family to.
Nice.
The only thing that you might have a problem with if you have a child that has, like where they can't have loud noises, it might be a little bit difficult because there's a lot of flying, a lot of loud noises during part of that. If you've never had a chance to see the Blue Angels or you don't know who they are, the Blue Angels, they're an elite group brought by the Navy and I think Marines, if I remember right, and they're recruited. And they're like the top of the top of the top, you know? Kind of like think Maverick of Top Gun type of thing. They're like the best. And so even though they're the best, they have to go through training and do all these different, when you go see the Blue Angels, they do all these different stunts and stuff. And I remember seeing them. I was lucky enough to see them in the 80s, one time in my life. And I so much want to see them again. They were in Galveston in Houston area. And we got to go see them. It was a lot of fun. But they do things like, they've got a formation where they have four planes together. And I mean, they're like right here. And each wing is like seriously about 8 inches away from the other wing.
Oh, wow.
And they have to keep that course as they do that flight. And then they separate and all of them go different directions and they come back together and do the same thing. It is just, it is awesome. So this is playing in IMAX. And that makes it even more fun because you're sitting over there and you feel like you're just right there at a show. It delves into the people, the veterans of this, as well as people coming on board for the new recruits from the Army or from the Navy and Marines that are learning this stuff. And it's just so cool. The whole thing is just a testimony to our military and how wonderful they are, especially this elite group like this, and how just honed in they are to this craft. It's just such a great documentary. I can't tell you how much I loved it. And like I said, I've seen them once in the 80s, and I'm now wanting to go back and see them again. And they do tours every year. This is a great movie. You're going to love it. If you love anything about flying, anything about stunts, anything like that, if you know who the Blue Angels are, if you don't know, I urge you to go see this movie and in IMAX. Even if you don't see it in IMAX, it's pretty good. It's a great
that gives you just such an amazing experience.
Yes, but it's a good documentary either way.
Yeah.
But the IMAX just adds so much finesse to that.
Yeah.
It is just awesome. It's just so awesome.
And let me see. It shows the first female fighter jet demonstration pilot, Amanda Lee.
Yes, actually, they have some really great. It's really cool because it's like there are a couple of women in there that are like top. There's one that is a person that watches all the film, and she's telling them, you need to do this better. You need to do this better. This is where you can improve. And so she's the one that's kind of, telling them this is what you need to do to get in line. And she kind of watches this closely. It is, like I said, it's just so awesome.
Yeah.
And then their camaraderie they had, it was like being of one mind and soul.
Yeah.
And it's just terrific.
I remember going to IMAX and I've seen documentaries. They're different ones. I mean, I'm just trying to think of. Do Moody Gardens have an IMAX down
Yeah,
there?
I think they do, but I can't remember for sure. I know there's several
Moody
IMAXs.
Gardens in Galveston, Texas is what I'm talking about.
I believe there's an IMAX in San Antonio. We have one in Austin.
Yes.
We have one called the Bob Bullock.
The Bob Bullock. That's where we were there.
I mean, you can go see IMAX in a lot of different places that like regular theaters. I call IMAX light because they are filmed, showing you the IMAX where it's filmed in IMAX, and you can see that, and it's really good because they expand the screen and everything. However, when you're at Bob Bullock or any of the other big IMAXs, you know the difference. You can see the difference because it is like from floor to ceiling. You're seeing this thing, and it's just like being there. It's pretty awesome.
It's a really great experience.
It's a great experience, but again, this is two things meeting together, the IMAX and the Blue Angels, which I absolutely have so much respect for them.
Yeah.
This is just wonderful. And it's a great documentary.
I see a quote here, and this is from the director saying this. He says, "You watch them do what they do with the Blue Angels, to fly these 22-ton jets, 12 inches apart, at 400 miles an hour, to have the trust in each other within the entire team, the whole team. That's something we really wanted to get across to the audience. Trusting one another."
Like so they're all one. It's like pack mentality. They're there together, and it's just this wonderful thing that you just I can't describe it. It's just so wonderful that you see this camaraderie there, and I don't care where they came from. They don't care. I mean, it's just like in this world right now, we are fighting over everything.
Yeah.
It's like the slightest thing. It's like, I don't like you because of this. I don't like you because of this. And this is a group of people that came from all walks of life, and nobody knows their political leanings. Nobody knows what they think. Nobody thinks
what the movie's about.
It is about them, and they are in one like mind, and that is really what we need to be doing in this.
But I think a person cannot imagine if these guys didn't trust each other, didn't keep an eye. 12 inches apart. Could you imagine one plane hitting the other one? Boom.
Yeah. It's
or
just
something.
one little mistake, and
just one little mistake.
Yeah.
The Bible talks about, what is it, Acts chapter 2, that they were all in one accord in one place when something happened from God. And you see, and really we get the attitude, the understanding that nothing can really happen with God, and whether it's a church, whether it's the upper room, until they all came in one accord. And you see, this is the thing. These guys were all with one accord. They had a projection, they had a focus, and they trusted one another. There wasn't any mess or beefs with one another, but they were all focused on doing that one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's, there have been people from the Blue Angels that's died, and they kind of touch upon that in this. And, I remember, and I don't remember the year, but I remember hearing about one of the deaths.
Yeah.
Someone flying and doing that. But it's happened. They have a little memorial to every one of them that died. That's up there, because Blue Angel's been around a while. Yeah. So I highly recommend this movie, man.
Documentaries. Now, a lot of you might like documentaries. I like them. I mean, documentaries have been in the rise. The other night, I just watched the documentary of Steve Martin.
Isn't that great?
Oh man,
it's awesome.
And it's not like you would think. All they do is just run over his movies and tell you what his career was like and all that. It was really dug in.
yeah.
I mean, that second part really dug in too. We're not doing that. But what I'm saying, you get the documentaries there, and then another thing that they're using the documentaries for is all the mess that was going on with Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got documentaries on Hillsong. I mean,
well, this is a really, it's a good. It's not a I'm going to tell something. No. It's just a really good showing you how much respect you should have for this group.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of great documentaries out there. I love documentaries. It's just one of those things that especially when you're just honing in on someone like Steve Martin or they have one on Michael J. Fox that I absolutely loved. And,
yeah.
You know, those things are a little bit different because they're kind of telling the story of this person or this issue that's happened, like with the Nickelodeon one.
Yeah.
This one is one that is uplifting, pun intended, and but it's uplifting. It is makes you. It's a feel good movie.
Yeah.
It's just such a feel good documentary, and you can take your kids to it, and there's absolutely no cussing in it. I think there was one. Actually, I don't think there was any cussing in it at all. It's rated G. It's no cussing, nothing. You know, they don't focus on sex. They don't focus on anything. It is just a story about these flyers, the pilots, and it's just awesome. It's
okay.
So awesome.
All righty, and we had none of the political mess, none of the wokeness, none of the.
It's nothing there. Nothing. When you get into this elite group, you're this group.
Yeah.
There's nothing to distract anybody. It's just wonderful.
Excellent. Okay, Russ. How many reels?
I'm actually going to give this a solid 10.
10 reels.
And let me tell you, part of this is because
we can't achieve that on regular movies.
We can. I've had regular movies that I've done that, but this one is because it's for me personally.
Yeah.
Because I've loved the Blue Angels for so long, and I've got to see them. This is a wonderful peek behind the scenes, and kind of looking behind the curtains and see how they do this. I just absolutely loved it, and like I said, again, it's a very rare movie that you can take the whole family to, and you know for certain that you're going to just be entertained.
You're going to be entertained.
I will warn you, if you have children, some children are sensitive with hearing. Yeah. If you have children that are sensitive with hearing, it may not be a great one, or you can put some head, like little head, like earmuffs on them. Yeah. And do that, because when those planes take off, they get loud. So when you're in the IMAX, it's a little loud.
It's not like when I took my grandson over to the monster truck rally. One of those things they have to put those little headphones on. I mean, that might work. I know, and then you went into church for how many years? All the older folks that can't. Again, it's not that. Anyway, 10 solid reels on this one. Fantastic. All righty. What is our next film?
Furiosa and Mad Max Saga.
Mad Max. Okay. All righty. We're going to show you that trailer. We're going to be right back.
Furiosa! We've come too far. Furiosa! They took Furiosa!
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Here we have
My childhood. My mother. I want them back. I want them back!
Whatever you have to do, however long it takes, promise you'll find your way home. Protect the green place.
It's time to take what's rightfully ours! Ready? Where are you going? So full of hope! There is no hope!
If you find him, he's mine.
will always be war. But to get home, Furiosa fought the world.
Okay, Mad Max is mad again.
Yep. All right, so first of all, just full disclosure, I'm a huge Mad Max fan.
Okay, all right.
I remember when I was young, my buddy and I went to go see a movie. We were kind of looking at what they had, and this young actor named Mel Gibson, Australian actor, had this movie out that was out there and called Mad Max. Actually, it's called The Road Warrior. That was the very first one. It wasn't even called Mad Max, it was called Road Warrior. And we went there, and man, that changed us. That was such a cool movie. And I've always been, even after that, I've always been intrigued about dystopia movies. You want to see what possibility of can happen in our lifetime if something happens and we're without electricity or without, and then the gas and all that are like, very rare. What do humans do? And I love to see movies like that because it kind of gives you a little bit of a look inside people's psyches, what maybe will make people tick. Same thing like whenever I see The Walking Dead, I didn't see it as zombies as much as what would happen if you had this happen. How do we as humans deal with each other? And it's always interesting to watch this. So Road Warrior was my first one to see. I've been a fan of all of these. Some of them not so much. I didn't care for the Mad Max 3 at Thunderdome. It was good. It was fun, but it was kind of, And I was a little bit worried about this one, just like I was with Fury Road, which was the one with Charlize Theron. But I love that one too. And this one is a prequel. So it is actually about Charlize Theron's character as when she's a child and what she went through and how she became Furiosa and did that. It's a pretty cool movie. I think they do a great job all the way through. What I found interesting, and I didn't know this until after I saw the movie, but the director, the writer, they had the script written for this one prior to Fury Road because they wanted this solid storyline and
so
not have anything breaking. Yeah, so they have the continuity. They knew where their story was going to go. So it was like this wonderful thing that they did. And I wondered about that because when I watched the movie, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for they didn't stay true to this. But they did. They stayed true to the whole story. It was really cool all the way through. It's just a fun movie. It is, again, it's dystopia. You have the good guys and bad guys. I think, personally, Anya Taylor-Joy, she plays the main character. She plays Furiosa. She's from Dune 2. She's from Super Mario. She played the voice of Peaches. She's from The Menu, which is one of my favorite movies last year. It's a very quirky and weird movie, but I love it. Peaky Blinders, Queen's Gambit. I mean, she has an impressive list here. She did a great job. She was like I said, she was a young version of what was going to be with Charlize Theron. I thought it was a great movie. It was a lot of action. It was a lot of, you could follow the story. You knew what was happening with her. So you saw this little girl as a little bitty girl kind of getting in peril, and you followed that story all along. I thought they did a great job. They had a great cast there. I thought everybody did a wonderful job. I think, like you said, I thought Anya was like by far outshined everybody. They have Chris Hemsworth, Thor, and this one though, guys, he plays a bad guy. He's not a nice guy in this one, but he sells it. He's a good bad guy. I was very happy with him being a bad guy. So he's at odds with Anya. So look, man, I love this movie. If you loved either Road Warriors, you're gonna love this one too. It's just so much fun. It is rated R. I did read that they tried to do a PG-13 version and put that out to the audience, and the audience didn't like it. They want that action. When they did PG-13, it kind of diminished the action and violence and stuff. This is rated R for pretty much extreme violence. I mean, it's violent all the way through. It's not like a lot of blood and guts, but there's a few. But it was like they're all the way through the movie. It's violent. It's dystopia. So that it's a little bit violent on that. There was not really. I think there was some tiny cuss words, little cuss words, very little. And when I looked them up on IMDb, I think there were like 3 of them, but they weren't nothing. They weren't anything like really major cuss words. So they weren't. It was not rated R because of the cussing. The main reason is because of the violence. It is not made for kids.
No.
It is one that if you enjoy any of the Road Warriors at all, or the Mad Max movies, I think you're going to like this. It's just another saga in the story of Mad Max, and I really enjoyed that.
I was going to ask about the what we thought the words, the dialogue.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed, and tell me if I'm wrong, but in the other ones and all this, I've seen where they don't optimize on dialogue, but there's a lot of action, a lot of things going on. And you got to watch the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It is a visual movie. Now in this one, there's a lot of dialogue in this one because you're seeing the pushing and shoving of this kid. That each so at the beginning there's her family is from this what they call land of plenty, where they actually have water and gas and they live in harmony and everything's great. And so she's from that area, but they don't tell anybody where that's at because they're living on their own. They're trying to just stay with their own people. Well, she's being taken away by these bad guys, and her mom's chasing her. So that's kind of where it goes. That's the action starting. But after that, there are some dialogue, really good dialogue between a lot of the characters. Hemsworth, and then I can't remember the guy's name, but he plays the guy with the big gas thing on his face and looked like a Batman.
Is that Burt?
I think it is, but I can't
Praetorian
remember.
Jack.
So it is. There's some dialogue between them. Really, the dialogue is not the key to this movie. It is the action, and that's the same thing with most of the Mad Max. I know Road Warrior, there was a little bit of dialogue, but most of it was
how there was a lot of action. They were riding and they're getting out the other way. I mean, that's what I noticed about before when I did watch the Fury Road before, and. But yeah, a lot of action, a lot of that. I got to ask about all the makeup on these people.
They did an incredible job. They did incredible. You know what I thought was fun when we did the screening. We actually did that in IMAX too, which is really cool. So they had probably a good 10 or 15 people come in that they had set up, and that they came in like with the ones that all in white and everything. They had them there, and the people were all dressed up. That was fun. And then they had a Road Warrior truck outside, or a car outside, that was made up like one of the Mad Max stones. And so you could take pictures out in front of there. It was really cool. Nice. They did a lot of fun stuff with this one.
Okay.
But the dialogue is not the main character in this one. The main character is the violence and the action, more like action. Absolutely. The violence is a product of what is happening there, but the action is a star. So and like I said, Anya, I can't say enough about her.
I saw a picture of her. Her eyes. Unless maybe it's the makeup.
It may be. But she carried this movie because Hemsworth is part of it, but for her it was like. Both for her and I don't remember the other little girl's name that played the younger version. She wasn't in there very long, but just awesome in the way they did their characters and the way they demanded the screen. Okay. And there's actors that are forgettable whenever they're on the screen, and there's actors that command that screen, and you gravitate to them. Cool. And she's actually I think she's going to be one of those.
She already has.
I mean, she's got a very impressive resume. I am telling you, I didn't realize that she had done all this, and because there's some of these I haven't seen. I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, or Queen's Gambit, although they're on my list to watch.
I was wondering if she was the main character in Queen's Gambit. That was like a chess type of show.
So I'm not sure she was, but I recommend this. And again, no kids, man. Don't take your kids
Yeah,
unless your kids. I could see maybe, depending on how you feel about teenagers, cool. If you have teenagers 13, 14, 15, and if you let them watch Mad Max, the old one in the 80s, this will be about the same. So, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Okay. Main themes coming through the.
It's all about. I mean, again, it's all about dystopia. So there's nothing going to be sneaking in there.
We use the term dystopia.
Yeah.
That means that there's a scarcity in the wasteland.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of stuff, and people are fighting over resources. Yeah.
In this case, people are fighting over resources. Dystopia is usually just a.
Don't have enough gas for your car. And okay.
Not like they said in the 80s when they said we were out of gas, we really weren't. But or the 70s rather. But yeah, I really this is a solid movie. It's a lot of fun, and if you're fans of Mad Max, you're gonna love it, man.
Okay, cool. And any wokeness, any of that that you?
No, like I said, it's because of the dystopia world, that's all kind of pushes. You don't have to worry about all that. There's no wokeness. There's no anything like that. Nothing to worry about on that.
Is there anything in the music arena that we need to? Let me see the music of Way Home, subtle score. Okay,
the music is good. I didn't really. It really wasn't really like I think it's very rare nowadays to have good scores. I mean, I remember back in the 80s we had anything that
the original Doom back then. There was some really
well, they had to. The movie was horrible back then. Their music was their saving grace. That's the only thing good about it.
Yeah, do something.
But we had things like Phil Collins doing the sounds and stuff like that. And we had these great soundtracks. Mm-hmm. They don't happen much anymore. That happened back in the 80s. I think that was the top time when we had really wonderful soundtracks that rocked.
Yeah.
Nowadays you don't see that many.
You don't see
that.
You
just hear the behind the music.
Yeah, background music. Yeah. What they do.
But they do a good job on this.
Fantastic.
All the way through.
Okay. Let me see. And like you had said, not for the kids. Keep the kids away from this. This is R-rated. Okay. How many? Rio?
I'm going 8.
You're going to go 8 on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of, look, if you don't like Mad Max, you're not going to like this. Mm-hmm. But I'm a huge fan of Mad Max. It took me back to my teenage years when I first watched The Road Warrior, and it has that same feel. They have done really good. Like I said, I worried about this with the very first one with Fury Road.
Yeah.
They've done really good about being true to the magic that Mad Max had. And what drew everybody into it.
Good, excellent, wonderful. So 8 reels on the Mad Max, or Furiosa. All righty, sounds good. Okay, so our last film tonight is going to be
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. What you going to do when they come for you? Okay, number 4, and what do we call it? Ride or Die. Watch the trailer right here, and we'll be back.
Bad Boys trailer is coming out.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Right now.
Check it out.
It's hot.
Come on, Mike, slow down.
We are late.
My stomach, Mike. I need a ginger ale.
Get a ginger ale and nothing else.
Are those dogs fresh?
Put them in yesterday.
Give me one. Put some relish on that mug.
Open the register.
Stay right there.
Is that Skittles on the counter, Marcus?
This ain't mine, Mike.
Yes, it is. Get in the car.
He has a gun to my head.
Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me?
Sorry, sir, but I gotta go. Call 911.
Aren't you the police?
Hey, Reggie, did you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Dad, look.
We now have evidence that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working directly with drug cartels for years.
Captain Howard is being framed.
Let's go.
What the hell? He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus.
If he's seeing this, I'm probably dead. I don't know how high up this shit goes, but don't trust anybody. You're my bad boys. Now clear my name. You should be careful.
We're being set up, detectives.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
In 5, 4, 3.
No! Windshield wiper fluid! It's flammable!
I ain't no damn scientist.
Y'all are some terrible
I can feel like 80 rents in my memories. Me and Drizzy back to back is getting scary. Put some things all on your head like there's a Terry.
I need nasty Mike. Bad boy. I got this. What you don't do?
Are y'all stealing our clothes?
Just because we black, we stealing your shit? What?
Look at your shirt.
Why don't you sing us a little Reba song?
Reba.
Playing your favorite.
I'm a woman. So I'm a strong black woman. Strong. Yeah, because she's not black.
Yes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
That ain't no Reba song.
It's from her mixtape.
Okay, well, they're back.
They're back.
Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, comedy?
Comedy. Dramedy.
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 Okay.
Dramedy.
All right.
So yeah, it's rack full of comedy. It really is. It's cool. I hate to say this, one of my favorite scenes in there. I don't know if they meant it to be this way, but is when Will Smith gets slapped. So you know,
I read an article today on that. They asked, did they do anything in the movie because of that Oscars thing that happened with the slap?
I don't know if they did that if it was in the can before the Oscars.
They said they got slapped.
He slapped him about 5 times. Look, I'm a big Will Smith fan. I've been kind of disappointed in him lately. Martin Lawrence, I've always loved Martin Lawrence. I loved the original Bad Boys 1 and 2.
Yes.
And I never got to see 3, but actually I did. No, I didn't see 3. But I need to see that now. You don't have to see 3.
I can't give it away. So there's a reveal at the end. Okay.
But this is pretty close to the way they were in the first 2. So it's that I think Lawrence and Smith had this great rapport with each other.
Yes.
And they're just like back and forth.
Yes, they do.
And I just absolutely love Martin Lawrence. He's one of those that just cracks me up, because he's just such a whiny person in the films a lot of time and everything. This is a great movie. It's a lot of fun. That magic there is still there with them too. Okay. It's kind of like, it's that buddy film that I don't think they could ruin it if they wanted to, but I think that they've got to go a long way to ruin it between the two of them. I don't know how much this was ad lib. I have a feeling a lot, but there was a lot of great comedy in this. The story on this one is their former captain, who's passed away.
Yes.
He is being implicated in some major crimes with the syndicate and the narcotics and stuff like that. So you see it from the very beginning. You see that they're doing that. They're doing that to him and trying to ruin his character. And so that's how when they come back, they start helping out, trying to get this to happen. You open up with some action from them, and Martin Lawrence gets injured, but then is told, goes to heaven, and is told by the captain, it's not your time yet. Get out of here. So it's kind of fun all the way through. It's from that point it's just these wonderful comedy sequences that happen. Martin Lawrence is told he can't die because it's not his time yet, so he's doing all these things out there that taking the risk. It's a really fun movie. Just from the very beginning to the very end, I thought it was great. So again, and it's got some wonderful people in it. Will and Martin is just absolutely top notch. They're the top of their game.
Yes.
Again, I have to put my irritability aside for what Will Smith has been doing the last couple of years. As an actor, I just think the world of him. I just think he's such a great actor. He can do drama, he can do comedy. He's just great. I was surprised Vanessa Hudgens was in there, and she actually impressed me. I have not been impressed with most of the time. I did like her in High School Musical, but that's like way long time ago. I've thought that other than that, after High School Musical, she tried so hard to just be adult, and in her eyes that meant taking off her clothes and cussing and all of that, and just getting these trampy roles. And I never liked her in any of the movies, and of course I didn't really like some of the movies that she was in. But I thought she did a really good job in here, and so she was pretty cool on this, as well as Alexander Ludwig. He's from the Vikings and he's from Hunger Games.
Okay.
Really liked him. So he was pretty cool. Both of them kind of worked together with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith's character to be able to try to vindicate the captain.
Okay.
So that's kind of how the story rolls on there. There's also, I'd have to say, Ian Gruffudd. He was from Fantastic Four. He played
the Stretch.
And I'm sorry, man. Yeah. No, he was the man that did the Stretch. He was Rex Reed. Mm-hmm. No, not Reed. Rex Reed wasn't Rex Reed. It's Reed something. Oh, and he was his character. He was Mr. Stretch in that. So he's an impressive character too. So all of those meld together. There's some really great acting. But I will say that the main characters, the main actors that are here are Martin and Will. Mm-hmm. And man, I just love that they still have the magic together. Okay. And so Will was a little bit more subdued, as before. Martin is a crazy one a lot of times, but it's still really a good flick, man. I really had fun watching this.
Okay.
A lot of action. And again, this is rated R.
Yeah, this is a little
bit. A lot of cussing.
Yeah.
So that's like the same thing. If you saw any of the other Bad Boys, you'd expect the same. Okay.
My wife was wondering, did you count how many F words were in this?
I did not. I meant to go to IMDb and do that because they'll tell you how many.
They will.
But yeah, I did not do. But it definitely, if you are squeamish about cussing, don't see it, man. I tend to let it all go, and it doesn't really affect me. But that's just me. I do the reviews for a living, so for part of the time. So this is what I do. But it is a lot of cussing. It's a lot of like action, violent stuff like that. A lot of shooting, a lot of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Other than that, there's not any like nudity. Well, I'm gonna say that there's a like brief nudity of Martin Lawrence's behind. But other than that, it's about it. Just like really quick. Because he's in the hospital and stuff like that in the gown.
He's in a gown and got his.
But it is very R-rated with the language.
Yeah,
so
sure. That's
the main thing. But if you really like the Bad Boys flicks, you're gonna like this one too. You're gonna really love it. They're not getting old. I mean, they're just
going to work on this. This is DJ
Yeah.
Khaled was in there as Manny the Butcher.
He was very brief.
Yeah, very brief. I was trying to see if there are any return side characters like that tire man. Remember that was the guy from Sopranos.
Yeah. So Alexander was in the third one.
Okay.
So he's returned. Now the captain's in there.
Vanessa was in the third one.
Yeah, Vanessa's in the third one. Now the captain is there, but you see him. He is, but you see him in flashbacks or in their like visions of him. Like he'll come to them.
They're having visions.
Yeah. Well, that's what, like I said, Martin, like I said before, Martin sees him because he goes up to heaven and he says, "Oh man, it's not your time yet." So you see him in little bits, and it's kind of cool to see him there. It stinks that they killed him off, but okay. But they still managed a way to put him in the movie. But it's really good. I highly recommend this one as well.
So who did a cameo or a little small part in there was Michael Bay himself.
Mm-hmm. I heard that.
Yeah,
I didn't notice him, so I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not noticeable, but at the same time, again, a good ride. Yes, Will Smith, the slap. I don't know. There's something going on in his life, and I hope things get better for him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And I have my personal opinions on the thing, but that's not.
And you know, something that with that it disappoints you, but it doesn't keep you watching the movies. It's not like, I can't remember his name, Jared Leto, that kidnapped someone and did this stuff, and then I won't watch his movies anymore because I won't put.
Okay, Jared. Okay, yeah. And then the other dude from The Flash.
Well, that's who I was thinking, not Jared Leto. Thank you for correcting me.
Okay,
no, he's the one who did it.
Yeah, that guy.
And I still won't watch The Flash.
Yeah, and
just because of that.
Yeah, you know,
Jared, if you're watching, I doubt if you are, but if you are, I'm sorry.
Jared Leto, yeah. Anyway, but okay, so let me see. We talked about it. There was a lot of cussing in it. I'm sure of that. Any wokeness or people running out in a dress or anything else like that?
Nothing like that.
Okay.
There are some sexual references, but like brief.
Yeah. Brief.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, if they're wondering about it, IMDb always a good source
always.
to give you a warning in case you don't be dragging your 5-year-old off to this thing, man. Let me start saying those words. Anyway, and Ride or Die. Now this is going to be released this weekend.
This weekend. Tomorrow.
We're hitting it. We're gonna get this out.
I know we were behind on a couple of them. We're on this one.
Alrighty, cool. I love the Bad Boys. I love the buddy film.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon, of course, we all know that. Lethal Way, and what else did you have in Lethal Weapon? Okay. So yeah, they had that all through there as well. The other ones that like Rush Hour. I'm still wondering. Have you heard at all if they're going to do a fourth?
I have not. They've gone back and forth. I don't know for sure. They are bringing back Axel Foley, but doing Beverly Hills.
And that's coming out within. Is it June or July?
I think July.
July. Axel Foley.
Ooh, but unfortunately, that will be out of the movie theaters. That will just.
It's going to be on
Netflix, I think, or HBO, one of those.
And Eddie Murphy has really made some successful flavor on both Prime and on Netflix. I mean, he did of course, the second. What was that one about? He was the prince.
Coming to America
too,
which I thought was actually really good. I love Coming to America. I always thought that was funny.
But you have your buddy films. But Beverly Hills Cop has a flavor of this. Lethal Weapon. Like we had said on the Rush Hour. I loved Rush Hour. Yeah. And this, they really turned this into something really good.
This has been good all the way through. I can't say
since that slap. Has he been in anything?
No, yeah, he has. He's been in other movies.
Okay,
I can't think of what he did. He did the one about the slave. I can't remember the name of it. Emancipated. I think.
Emancipated. Okay, yeah.
So he did that one.
Okay,
but yeah, he's been in things. But like I said, I hope he gets his stuff together. And just,
I know,
because he's
here
such a
we're
great
talking
actor.
about such a they call it a triple threat, but anyway, the guy who sings, he raps,
he can do
acts,
comedy,
he can do comedy, drama.
I've seen some wonderful. He's a great actor all the way around.
We forgive him for Wild Wild West.
Hey, I like that one.
Did you like it?
I did like it. It was fun.
With that giant spider there.
But you think about it. If you go back to the
old
TV
series,
show, that was a little bit out of the ordinary too. That's what they did.
And they were like that. By the way, if you're wanting to watch that old Wild Wild West, just FYI, Pluto TV.
Yep.
Free as a bug, man. I mean, you can free as eating a bug outside anyway. But they're free, and you can watch all sorts of flavors. I watched Star Trek, the old series, whatever, Doctor Who, all that kind of stuff. The old Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but okay, enough of that. So you like it? We've already talked about all the things, and how many reels?
I'm going to give that 7.5.
7.5.
I've had some really great experiences for these movies lately. So,
but you haven't seen the third one.
I've not seen the third one, and I will be watching that in the next week or two. I don't know how I missed that.
There's a reveal at the end. That's all I will say.
I don't know how I missed it, but I missed that, and I may have been on vacation, or
It doesn't look to me, and let me look in here. It does not look to me like they worked that twist in here, and I could be wrong.
Well, I don't know what it is, so
okay.
I will have to.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking at it. I've been reading. Anyway,
but I'll check.
Okay, cool. So, so 7.5 on this one.
Yes.
We have the Furiosa Mad Max 8.
Yep.
And of course, the Blue Angels documentary.
Solid
10 solid reels.
And again, that may be me. Y'all may not like it as much, but
well, if you do it, maybe if they do a Bad Boys documentary, you'll get it.
Well, my big thing with the Blue Angels again was just because it was nostalgic for me having to see them, and I loved peeking behind it, the curtain, Yeah, so that's kind of the cool part for me.
Yeah.
But it was just such a solid movie, and I'm just like going, this is good family entertainment.
Yes.
And it's very rare that you see that. So that all plays into my number 10 on that.
Number 10. Okay, fantastic. Okay, Russell, let me ask you before we head out. Do you have any ideas of other types of movies that are coming out this summer? We're in the summer months right now. We're getting going.
Oh, there's a lot of movies coming out. I can't tell you right offhand. I'm 60 years old. I'm not going to remember.
Well, I'm 62. I just turned.
But there's a lot of good movies coming out this year, and we'll be reviewing them.
Okay. Any Marvel?
Not that I know of.
What about Wolverine and...
that one, Wolverine and I don't think of them as Marvel, but I guess they are. Deadpool. Yes, that one's coming out.
Yeah, there was Slim Pickens on that this year. Yeah. We already got Moon 2.
We're kind of getting tired of them a little bit.
Yeah, well, maybe one of these days we'll talk about what they call superhero fatigue.
Yeah. And I don't get, I know they're putting together a new Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I haven't really been impressed with the people they're putting in there yet, but we'll see. We'll see what they.
We will see what that is. But we're getting going with the summer.
Yeah.
And folks, we're going to be coming with these movie reviews for you. Russell, he gets and goes to these flicks throughout every week. I don't know, almost every week you get to go with that. That's fantastic.
And we also want to do some specials.
We're going to talk about our top
5, top 10s, whatever we want to do.
Yes, we're going to do some top. Everybody likes lists. And what we're going to be doing is, I think the first one, I'm just going to throw it out there. I thought the one that we were talking about, musicals and comedies are top 3.
I'd go 5.
You go 5?
Yeah, I'd go
top 5. And we're going to find out if we agree on anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may not. But anyway, you got to stay tuned to The Real Perspective, because this is where you're going to find the reviews. We're going to, as Christians, we're going to give it to you straight. We're not going to, try to hide things or whatever. There's no agenda here. We are going to bring it out to you and let you know. And that way you can make an honest decision on whether you want to go see this. And there's nothing wrong with entertainment as long as it does. The thing is that movies, we love movies, but they don't overtake our dedication.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about. Russell, thank you for those reviews today. It was great stuff. All righty, next time we'll be back here on The Real Perspective. Here within the next couple of weeks, you'll see another one. Keep your eyes tuned to the Foundations Network, and because that is where you can only find Real Perspective. Now, next time, like I said, we'll be here and doing more summer reviews for you. Save us those aisle seats, because we love to watch the movies. Take care. God bless, and have a wonderful week.